Hello everybody. So I'm gonna do a little video. I'm out on the road for the last couple of weeks, so I'm gonna do a little video showing you what we're doing. We had this road paved. We don't pave the road, we have a company do it, obviously, because it's a little beyond the scope of the department and the equipment that we need. So I'm gonna show you how we fill in the sides of the roads. So you can see how we have the millings here. So we can't just leave the road with no shoulder on it, because a lot of spaces, like right here, is probably like, I don't know, 8 inches higher than it used to be. So it's just a drop off, and if people drive on and off of it, it will kind of crumble up the edge and you bottom out and stuff, and it's not really good for vehicles. So right here it's about 8 to 10 inches higher than it used to be, because what we'll do is they mill it, or they reclaim it. So they grind up the whole road and then they regrade it out, they recompact it, and generally when the road gets paved, it's usually 4 inches higher. So we'll fill in the shoulder. We're using asphalt regrinds or millings, whatever you want to call them. So we'll use a side conveyor on back of the dump truck, and we kind of put it out in a pile along the side of the road, and then we'll take our backhoe here, and we have this piece of wood, or 6x6, on the back of the stabilizer that we'll use to knock it down and level it out, and then we'll do a little bit of raking or whatever is required, and then we'll use our trackless over there to sweep the edge, and a compactor to compact it. And then, well, we're done with the edge. So kind of show you a process on how we do it. So here's the inside of the cab of the backhoe we have. It's a 410K. So I'll use the stabilizer controls, or this one specifically, because it's for this side, and I will just kind of keep the leg down, and I'll go along maybe an inch or two off the road, and I will knock the pile down. And then so after I do that, then I'll come by with the trackless, sweep it back in, whatever came back out into the road, and then compact it. Basically, I'm going backwards right now because obviously the angle of the block that's on that foot there, it would push it out towards that wall. So we don't want to load the millings all up against the wall there. So I'm going backwards to kind of bring it back towards the road a little bit. And then when I sweep it, it'll kind of fill in that hole. Probably a little bit higher than the road is, and when I compact it, it should be relatively level. I don't put too much pressure down on it because it'll just kind of break that block, because I'll be putting the weight of the backhoe on it. kinds of different ways you can do this. They do have machines that put this out. Basically, it's like a big rolling machine that you push, and it's got a hopper and a big conveyor, like kind of like the one on the back of that truck there, but it's not. It's a lot bigger, and then it has like a door and a box that it drops it in on the side of the road, and it grades it out at the same time. But they're usually pretty expensive to hire those people to do that. It's like $180 an hour or something like that to have them do it. So it's a little more cost effective to do it ourselves, and it goes pretty fast. I mean, you can see how kind of quick it's getting done. So right now that pile's kind of out a little far, so what I'll do is I'll back drag it like I am here, and I'll pull it towards the road and fill in that gap so I don't have to rake it. I'll do a little hand raking or something if I need to, in spots where it can't be done, like right there. I'll kind of touch that up anyway. There is about a truck's worth. We don't fill the truck too much, because what happens is if it's too full, it spills out of the side and of that hopper, and it leaves a big trail all down the road, and it makes a mess. So try not to fill it full. Just in case a song comes on for a second, I don't have to battle for ownership of the video. Oh yeah, look at that. Control here. Lift it up. side of the hydraulics. You're on a PTO, left hydraulic power. This vehicle has a couple of hydraulic systems in it, and basically it's plumbed everything on this side and then everything on this side, so it's right and left as it's plumbed on the front, so that's how you know which ones you're using. This controller has I think three, yeah, 1, 2, ABC, so it's got three presets that run different pieces of equipment better. Well, not better, but it's just certain attachments you're going to use a different controller setup, so A, B, or C, so it functions correctly. But there's a lot of different stuff. You can get these with a dump body, planer. It's got ride control, cruise control. You can even get like a front end loader attachment for this. It's kind of neat, and they got side boom mowers and got all kinds of stuff. They're quite expensive, but I mean you can do a lot with them. This is obviously we use it for this, and we use it for snow blowing sidewalks. Those are the attachments we have. So we have the sweeper one and then a snow blower. But it works pretty well. So this is kind of what the road looks like before we put the millings out. You can see there's a big trench here. It's about that deep. So we just put the piles out. So that's kind of what you get when it's all knocked down, raked out, and swept back. Let's see, I got the side of the road here. Swept back a little bit. So I'll go over it with the compactor, and it should kind of level it out, or smooth it out, and compact it so it stays a little better when it rains and stuff. So yeah, that's how it comes out. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but it's relatively smooth. And the road. But like I said, I don't know how it comes up on camera, but it looks pretty good when you're done. So that's about how we do this. Like I say, there's a truck way up there. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to continue on doing this probably for the next couple of miles. So I mean, it goes pretty quick. So that's about the outcome of it. It comes out pretty smooth. I don't know if you can see on camera how it looks, but I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, that's how we shoulder the roads after we pave them. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Let me know what I did wrong if you think I did something wrong. If you think I did something right or want to leave any other comment, go right ahead, be my guest. It always helps. And I thank you for watching.